Paulo Costa.
Yeah, Costa.
That was everything you do is pretty public, right? So the fight was like on, and it was like negotiations were kind of going on in front of everyone, and you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
Your style of being seems to lend itself to you getting a whole bunch of fans. A lot of people support you now, and you ultimately got what you wanted. Like, was that your expectation, or were you just okay with not getting the fight if you didn't get it?
Well, dude, here's the thing, guys. Sometimes you gotta get ready to throw away your entire career if you don't get your shit, you know. Sometimes you gotta have that craziness to you. I'll do whatever it takes. But no, just doing the right things, man. Like, the UFC doesn't do the right things. It doesn't do the right things. It doesn't do the right things with most of their rosters.
So ultimately, you do get your fight, right? And when you get Paulo Costa, the opponent, what do you make of him, the fighter?
Oh, he's the dude. He fights hard, you know. I mean, he had a good fight with Whitaker. You know, I mean, Whitaker obviously won every round, but he had a good fight, you know. Better than what he normally does. I think I'm better than him. I've watched him fight a couple times. You know, he's very basic, just hands down, step back, and just jabs. Like, he's the kind of guy that just walks away from you trying to set traps and then explodes, and like very, very basic. Not somebody I would call like a skillful fighter.
You get Paulo Costa in, it kind of brings me back to the last fight. Sorry, before we move forward.
Yeah, all good.
Last fight, very close fight between you and Dricus du Plessis. And in many, you won. In other eyes, you didn't. But when you had to kind of digest all that when you went back home, you said you felt you won the fight, wanted a rematch. But when you accepted everything, right, how far did you feel? How much do you think you have to do in order to put yourself right back where you need to be?
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, guys, it's all politics. You got a bunch of dorks behind a computer. What numbers make sense? What fight's going to make sense? Right now, a guy who's never fought at middleweight makes sense. So it's like Chimaev is the one they want, or Whitaker. But ideally, they want Chimaev on the spreadsheet, but that makes sense. So a guy who's never actually fought at middleweight is the number one contender. So when you talk about rankings and like what makes sense and what do you have to do, like the UFC, like I'll fight, give me my paycheck, and I'll walk away.